Probably thinking about rebranding, but you don't know how to rebrand your business. In this video, I'm going to break down how you can rebrand your business, what the difference between rebranding and a brand update is, and when to do it. That way you don't lose all your customers. If you don't know who I am, my name is Javier Tabit. I've been helping people scale their companies using marketing and branding. What is rebranding? Let's clear it off the table. Let's clarify what it means to rebrand. So, a rebrand is when you change a larger aspect of your business's identity, its message, and its colors and and its font. A brand update is when you make minor tweaks to your business in order to give it an update or a refresh. So I'll give you a good example. Two big companies, you probably know them, Google and Meta. Now, in recent times, Meta has changed their logo just from being Facebook to being the Meta 8, right? The infinity loop. They have done that way they can spread their wings more in order to brand on different things. Google, on the other hand, has updated its logo to give it a fresh feel and a new tweak. That is one of the biggest differences that you need to understand about rebranding. Does your brand actually need a rebrand, or does it need a minor update? Whether that be a logo update, a uniform update, a motto update, a website update. So be very careful when you're deciding whether to rebrand or to have a brand update. When is the perfect time to have a rebrand or a brand update? Now, for this video's sake, I'm just going to stick to rebrand. That way you know I'm talking about a considerably different pivot in your company's branding and reputation. So, when is the best time to have your company rebrand? Now, this is really tricky because lots of businesses really do need a rebrand externally, but a rebrand comes from an internal drive. Chances are you're watching this and you think, fuck, I need a rebrand, something's not working. Let me give you a few examples of when you could use a rebrand. First one being when you have a bad rep in the media. Sometimes shit happens and you just can't control reputation. This is the perfect chance to have a rebrand. Another one of the best times to have a rebrand is when your business, or when you buy another business and there's a merger or an acquisition in the business space. Now, this can be powerful because lots of times the customers from your existing business or your business that is being bought out don't really know what's going on. They're not in the know unless you communicate to that. And we'll get into how to do that later in this video. But mergers and acquisition are a really good time to have a rebrand. Another great time is when you are expanding into new markets, right? I gave you an example before of how Meta changed their logo to make it the figure 8 instead of just being Facebook. Why would they have done this? They wanted to expand into new markets like the Oculus, like Meta glasses. They want to expand into Meta AI, the AI industry. They're kind of branching a little bit out. They have billions of dollars to play with, and they thought, okay, well, instead of going and create another business, let's rebrand and have this brand known for who we are. Then we can play around with it with other businesses and make more money. So, what is the rebrand process that you can follow right now that will help you rebrand your business in a way that will be successful? That way you can make more money and thrive in your business. Step 1 is a brand audit. What you can do is analyze every single aspect of your brand and break down exactly what it is. Then the best thing to do would be to put your strengths and weaknesses on a nice T-chart. That way you can measure up how and what direction to rebrand in so that it favors in your strengths. Step 2 would be to develop a strategy and a new identity. You want to actually understand what you're moving from and to. That way when you rebrand, you can do it with confidence, and those that stay will stay because they actually like your new brand, and those that leave because they really liked your older brand before. So let's assume that the best case scenario, you keep all your customers. What is the third step? The third step is to create new brand assets. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean new logos, new fonts or typography, new styles. You can even go as far as changing your uniform to fit those new colors that you'll put in there. Now, doing this actually shows the physical change, shows your audience that you're serious, and your customers that you're serious about actually rebranding. Step 4 is the most important and by far the one you have to do. Implementation. You have to update all your marketing materials showing the world that you are serious about a rebrand. And you have to ensure that your training material, that your SOPs, that everything that you train and give your employees to get the culture of your company is rebranded to fit that new message. So that is the rebranding process. Now, how can you manage your customers' expectations and their responses and feedback? One of the things that will prevent a lot of headaches for you is communicating proactively and clearly about your rebrand. Now, what this allows you to do is give your customers a little bit of advance time. That way, they can see that you're actually serious about rebranding. They can see that you care about their opinion. They can see that you actually care about the change and the thought of your brand to inform them that you are evolving. Now, obviously, people are going to have questions. They want to know why. They want to know why you chose this logo, why you chose that color, why you changed your message, because they have a sort of emotional attachment, right? When people spend money with you, they give a little bit of emotional attachment with that money in exchange for a product. If your recurring customers and your loyal customers have questions, answer them kindly, answer them with sympathy, and answer them with a sense of transcendence. Like you're on this journey as a business, this is where you're going, and you want your customers to stay with you, not just disperse. Now, obviously, one of the things that customers want to know is how it's going to benefit them. So let them know how your rebrand will benefit them. Cool, so let's go over the benefits and the drawbacks of a rebrand. So obviously, the benefits are that you will have new attention. You will have new attention from this rebrand, as the shift and change will create a sense of attention from not only your customers, but your customers talking about you, whether it's positive, neutral, or negative. Now, number two, you're going to be able to have a new identity. That way, when you're breaking into the market you're in, or different or similar markets, you have this sense of, who is this guy? Is that the new underdog? Is that the new competitor? Who is this new brand coming up? Obviously, when people find out, they will be impressed, or they might be, a little bit disappointed, depending on how well you rebrand, how much preparation you do, how much time you spend into the meaning and the message of your brand. Now, this is where we go into the drawbacks. One of the obvious drawbacks is the initial time and financial investments that you're going to have to put into making it work great. Now, if you don't do this and you just simply wing it, you're going to have a whole bunch of confused customers that, one, don't know what you're doing, don't know who you are anymore, are disappointed if they do know, and are a little bit flustered and taken by surprise. Another risk and drawback that people don't talk about is the short-term lack of recognition your new brand is going to have. You see, when you change, it's like wearing a mask. If you change that mask that you put on, people are going to think, oh, who's that person? Whether they know it's you behind the mask, it doesn't matter. Your brand and your reputation is going to be reset to something new, something hopefully better, bolder, and more different. However, it's going to take a short amount of time, I'd say roughly between 3 to 6 months, for people to really understand who you really are as a brand, as a new brand. So that's an overview of what a rebrand is, when to do it, and the process of rebranding, some of the drawbacks and benefits you're going to get. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe. It really helps the channel and helps you see more content like this. Also, leave a like on the video if you want to help me. Peace, I'll see you guys in the next video.